Hey everybody, Brandon Clifford here, Global Franchise Solutions. Back at it again. As everybody knows, Global Franchise Solutions is a matchmaking firm. So I love to connect entrepreneurs with great franchise brands. And today I have a really interesting concept, a great brand representative here. I have Jon Jones from Action Coach on the line. Hey John, how you doing?
Hey, Brandon. Thanks for having me.
How's the weather out there in Vegas?
It's awesome. 110, just like we like it, right?
110, but it's that dry heat. So
But it's dry.
exactly. That's what everyone. That's how everyone rationalizes it, right? That's how we rationalize why we go to Vegas.
tell the metal piece on my seatbelt that. All right.
Absolutely. So hey, I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to share a little bit about yourself and Action Coach with us, and to kind of get started. I was hoping you could kind of just kick us off by telling us about you and how you got involved with just franchising in general.
Well, great. Thanks, Brandon. Well, first of all, me joining Action Coach, I really don't think was an accident. I think it was quite a lot of sequence of events that brought me here. I've been involved in personal professional development for a long time, Brandon. I'm pretty serious student of reading and listening to audio programs. This was cassette tapes back then. Mm-hmm. And make a long story short, after I completed a college football career, I was really attracted to the idea of the training and motivating this idea of coaching. And so at the age of 26, I saw an opportunity to join Tony Robbins. I was a national speaker and trainer with the Tony Robbins Company. And that was a phenomenal experience. And that led to many opportunities in the speaking, training, coaching world, as well as business development, leadership opportunities, et cetera. And so been a big fan of Action Coach over the years and been familiar with the founder, Brad Sugars, and his work and books and programs and seminars. And so me being here in Las Vegas, the headquarters here of Action Coach are here in Vegas. And so this opportunity came up because the company is in a growth mode right now and wants to take it to another level. And so I was excited to bring my talents to Action Coach, and it's a really good marriage.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, no, and you touched upon it a little bit there about, Brad Sugars, the founder, but share a little bit about Action Coach kind of in general, like the brand story and how it got started and where it is today and where it's going.
Yeah. So our founder, Brad Sugars is, pretty young man, my age, about 48 years old or so. And in Australian native, he got into speaking and training business. And he found that the small business owner and the entrepreneur was really underserved. If you really think about that, a lot of education today, the MBAs and seminars and et cetera, is really geared towards the corporate, leader or executive. And so he just really started really focusing on serving the entrepreneur, the small business owner, and took his programs and his content and developed it into a franchise model, which, by the way, is really remarkable. Most gurus out there and experts oftentimes don't have the courage or the discipline to take everything that they do and put it into a franchise system, because the franchise system, as you know, goes through so much scrutiny and regulation. And so for Brad Sugars to take his materials and put it into the franchise world is really phenomenal. And now here we are 25 years later. Pretty awesome. We're celebrating 25 years, the largest business coaching franchise in the world. And it's an exciting time, but not just that we've been around for a long time, but what that means is that it puts us in a very unique position in this booming industry to help people get into this business. I'll share with you two rewards that are pretty amazing. The IFA, International Franchise Association, awards the franchisee of the year every year based upon performance and community contribution. We're talking over hundreds of thousands of franchisees amongst all brands. In 2016, Doug Winnie in Houston, Texas, wins this award. He's singled out amongst hundreds of thousands. And then again, 2 years in a row, the Fords, Tracy and David Ford, win the award in Minnesota in 2017. Back to back, it's really phenomenal. And that doesn't happen by accident. It really kind of speaks to the fact that we do a good job of finding really talented, ambitious leaders, number one. Number two, we've got a great platform for the right person. And then, number three, gosh, if this is the right fit for somebody, it could really be an incredible, rewarding opportunity.
Mm-hmm. So, no, and that kind of leads me into my next question there, about the right fit, because that's what I do. I try to match people up and find the right fit. So who does make a great Action Coach franchise owner?
Right. Well, I can tell you we have a lot of success stories of people of various different industries and backgrounds and skill sets. But the key common denominators would be, as you might expect, a pretty strong business acumen, at least the understanding of the different roles and functions within a business. That's important. Some management background typically is good, and marketing and things like that. Management positions in the past. But mostly, I would say, the communication skills have to be at a premium. The ability to build relationships with people, to be really sincere and ask questions and connect with people at a personal level is really a critical skill. And then, of course, probably the most important common denominator is just this passion, maybe this calling to make an impact. Yeah, we're selling a proven business system, but we're also talking about an opportunity where people have to become a coach. They have to play a role.
Yeah, because they're not consultants. They're not like an industry specific and going in and doing a contract and consulting on a gig. They're real true coaches. I mean, and I think that gets missed a lot. So you want to explain kind of what the difference is between a business coach and a business consultant?
Yeah, great question. And, we see that quite often. It's a very important distinction. The word coach is not just another word for consultant. There is a pretty stark difference. From a business standpoint, we're all familiar with the consulting world and industry. Typically with a consultant, you have someone who is an expert in a particular field. They specialize in solving a particular problem, whether it's IT or whether it's marketing or whether it's media or human resources or energy efficiency, et cetera. They usually get hired to come in on a project basis, right, Brandon? A company will hire them to come in, solve a problem or develop a system, and then they leave. But what happens is they find themselves in a roller coaster business, a roller coaster income, because they're always replacing the next project, right? Maybe you know consultants that are experiencing that. And then they oftentimes get on an airplane, go travel to find these gigs and opportunities. We're here with the idea of coaching. You're a long-term mentor. The whole adage of we don't fish, we teach our clients how to fish. Think of a sports coach. We don't step on the field and make tackles and score goals for the players. The coach does the same thing as a business coach. You're a long-term mentor helping the client evolve through the stages of their growth as a business owner. And that dynamic, not only that role does it have tremendous value, but it also from a business standpoint allows you to retain your clients long-term and build a client book of business as opposed to always be replacing your income with one project after next. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes great sense, and that's one of the reasons why this concept's grown so exponentially and really works in almost any market. So what's sort of what's like the average investment to get going, to get started with Action Coach?
Yeah, so if you want to be a one man or one woman show, so to speak, I call it, where you could have a home-based business and be your own coach, be a certified action coach and be a franchisee. We start at $70,000 for your total investment there. If you want to scale your business and have other certified coaches in your business, we have the opportunities to do that. So there'd be $100,000 for a small team with 2 other coaches in your business. And then we also have a firm opportunity, Brandon, where you can recruit and build a large team like a firm and have a business coaching firm if you're ambitious in that manner as well. So
yeah, and the latter one there, the third one, I mean, then you're basically coaching the coaches. That's kind of the role of that.
Right. Yeah, good analogy is kind of like a real estate agent broker or a broker owner of an insurance agency where you got your goal is to recruit and support and train and develop the team of coaches.
Awesome. So if I'm that person, who's interested in training and developing and, likes to coach and wants to make an impact in the local business community, how can I learn more? Where can we go to find out more about Action Coach?
Like actioncoach.com and of course, contact yourself, Brandon, and you can lead people here. You always guide people and give great, preparation for speaking with us, Brandon. The value that you bring to the table is really important because a franchise coach like yourself, you guys do a great job of setting expectations for people so that when they talk to us, we find that they're much more prepared, much more knowledgeable, and then the communication that we have with the candidate is a much more effective once they, are screened by you first and have the insights that you provide in advance. So that would be a great way to go.
Awesome, John. Well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. I know you're a busy guy. You got a lot going on there at Action Coach, expanding worldwide. So everybody, if you want to learn more, head to actioncoach.com and definitely check it out, or feel free to shoot me a message, a text message. Everyone knows my number, 978-891-7145, and we'll get you connected with John quickly to learn more. All right, John, have a great day. Thanks for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.